Sorry about that. We did get cut off there. We're back now. So
yeah. Live here in the 413.
Yeah, we ended up talking about loss. Like, check this out. Rewind. The topic was, and this is so silly because neither of us have anything to say about this, and I honestly don't care about it. So it's always going to round up and end up being us talking about shit we do care about. But so, like, the fucking headline for today when I opened up the news headline was, Hot Mike catches Pence telling Netanyahu, who's the prime minister of Israel, that Trump is unstoppable. Which is, like, I wrote that down as if it would be like a headline we give any shits about. Because today I don't even feel like I don't care about that. I mean, it sucks, but, like, it's not something I even really want to talk about. But that was the thing that I saw when I opened up headlines for the day. Hot Mike catches Pence. Like, whatever,
can I tell you what the important part of that headline is?
What?
Because you missed it. It's Vice President Mike Pence was caught hot miking with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
Wait, so do you have this pulled up?
At the Fifth World Holocaust Forum in Jerusalem.
Shut up!
About the impeachment trial of the President Donald Trump.
How are you? So, how do you know this? Did you already? Did you read this already today? Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, I read. The thing about headlines in the United States of America is it's never the first line or the second line that's truly funniest.
No, you got to read it.
It's always about where, because the thing is, it's not about who you know, and it's not about what you know. It's what you know about who you know that is most important, and where you hear it. And my God, to hear it at the Fifth World Holocaust Forum, come on, boys, lock it up.
I know,
just fucking lock it up. Lock it up for a fucking hour and be on your way.
Dude. Yeah, that's like fucking. I don't know.
You're at the place where, like, you're meant to be a fucking shining example.
And he goes,
of the
he's
world
unstoppable.
leader.
Yeah, that's like, that's so bad, dude. That's like fucking Michael Jordan saying, "I'm on fire" at like Ground Zero, the World Trade Center, or something like that. But it's even worse, man. Netanyahu's the prime minister of the place of the people who got killed, the Jew people. So, yeah, that's really bad. I made a fucking drawing of Netanyahu when I was, I don't know, maybe like 3 years ago for like an art thing. And I don't know why, because I don't know much about the guy, but I guess I'm Jewish, so I'm supposed to care. So it felt like, oh, this guy seems like, maybe if I draw him, people will think like I've had some Jew things that I went through. This is before ever having a hard struggle. Because all my struggles always came from bad choices. Like you were saying about your friends who had passed. Every hardship I ever had since childhood, like real hardship, came as a direct result for my poor decision making. So that when Rachel got sick and this whole thing happened, it was the first time I had faced like something tragic that had nothing to do with my decision making, like completely out of our hands. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Are you still there?
I'm totally here.
Oh, okay, good.
I just said, yeah.
I thought we got cut off.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
For everyone listening, I have a tendency to agree with Jed when he's talking, and it's really disruptive to the flow of conversation listening. So I'll be like, yes, Jed, I agree with you. And I just feel like for listeners at home, you're probably like, Mike, shut the fuck up. So I just
No, it doesn't sound that way to me.
I try.
No, I don't think.
I try to listen.
It doesn't sound agreeable, though, yeah? Does it? Like, I haven't heard you say...
Well, no, I just, not that I'm just engaged with you, so I'm engaging, and I'll be like, yeah, absolutely. And I just feel like sometimes it sounds as if I should just have a pause there. I think we're just working out the kinks of being famous, Jed. That's all. It's tough out here in the life, you know?
It is tough, man. I think you should be like... It sounds like and it feels like you're somewhere important, right? And the people that I have listen to this were like, oh, yeah, it does really sound like he's on... But the thing is, you are. In my opinion, like, I think the foundation of it is I want to find out. It feels like anytime I talk to you, I get a very unique perspective of what's going on in the eyes of a younger generation as far as culture goes in general, whether we're talking politics, video games, bananas, or fucking hot dog stands, you know? So... And
I think you also get a little bit more unadulterated version with me from the way that the filter of the media goes. I'm a pretty, get my sources from creepy places and places that aren't CNN or Fox News. I think everybody here can rest assured I've done some field reporting when it comes to gathering information.
What's your source? Do you dig? Do you have times where you're like, I want to know some things?
It's time. Yeah, there are moments where I'm like the Bader-Meinhof effect. We need to get in there and we need to figure out where this came from.
You'll actually go down a rabbit hole
100%.
Politically, sometimes.
Yeah, the thing is, when it comes to politics, I'm a history concepts person because doomed to repeat type of person. So typically for me, it's a lot less about like when did the Battle of Vicksburg happen and what were these guys talking about behind closed doors that led to this decision making when it came to going to war. You know,
you like what was said.
Yeah, I want the intricacies of like why we make our decisions based off power and influence.
Right, the social
just, like,
dynamics.
We decided to
it.
drone strike.
Dude, I feel like also you love to uncover two things. You love to uncover like somebody who's super scandalous that we would never know, like the depths of their evil, and you also love to uncover somebody super heroic. Like you get fired up if you find like somebody has done a heroic act in your mind that isn't being recognized. Like you'll go down that rabbit hole and be like, this person is I've heard you do that.
That's right. You know what, from now on let's do a heroes and villains section.
That's fucking great. I like that.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea, Jed.
Heroes and villains, man. Yeah, you love that shit. You love that shit.
Yeah, I got Spider-Man and Wolverine right in front of me right now. And I got Cell right there, dude. Heroes and villains.
Right on. Heroes and villains. Who's the hero of the day today?
That'll be you, Jedlin Magdalene. Thanks for keeping me on point.
You. Awesome. Okay. Who's our villain for today?
Villain of the day, to be honest.
Tough to come up with one.
You know what? Let me. You know what? I don't think so. I'll give you one right now. Give me 1 second. I got a villain of the day.
Widely known? Or just a human in the world that we have to describe?
Human in the world, and I'm going to tell you about it. This is an art bad guy. I'm going to tell you about him.
Someone we know?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out
whether or not you want to say it live.
No, it's a little bit confusing.
Okay.
So basically, there's a guy who invented a color.
Recently. Right? Okay.
Right and he patented the color so that no one else could use it. And he used it's called Vanta Black. Right? I think so. Is this it?
Vanta Black.
Or is this the other one? No, Vanta Black is the one that they... so Vanta Black is the one that everyone can use.
Wait, what?
So there was a guy, and I'll find his name for next time, who invented a color, and he patented it, so no artist in the world but him could use the color.
So invented the color for money reasons alone.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. And then he made it so other artists could never use it.
Okay.
It's called and then there was
Black.
Another person.
So he's a villain of the day, you're saying.
Yeah.
How do you invent a new color? Is that like what? That's not
all right,
possible.
Here we go. I'm going to read you the story. Finally, I found it. The artist behind The Bean, a beloved tourist attraction in Chicago's Millennium Park, is a seriously petty Instagram feud over the color black, and not just any black. We're talking about Vanta Black, the blackest black known to man, designed by Surrey Nanosystems to absorb 99.965% of all visible light that hits its surface. Anish Kapoor, creator of the kidney-shaped reflective artwork that is officially called Cloudgate, but more colloquially known as The Bean, was so drawn to Vanta Black that he bought the exclusive rights to it, causing a storm in the art world.
Wow.
In response, British artist Stuart Semple created the world's pinkest pink, and it is available to purchase on Semple's website to literally any person except Kapoor, who, according to Semple, won't share his black. So one of the big draws of the world's pinkest pink is that it goes bonkers under a black light, seemingly a further knock on Vanta Black. What's more, a disclaimer on Semple's website reads, by adding this product to your cart, you confirm that you are not Anish Kapoor. You are in no way affiliated to Anish Kapoor. You are not purchasing this item on behalf of Anish Kapoor or an associate of Anish Kapoor. To the best of your knowledge, information, and belief that this paint will not make its way to the hands of Anish Kapoor. And the video of the color is the person flipping them off with the pink on their finger.
And his name is Anish Kapoor?
Yeah, the guy who made it, his name is Anish Kapoor, and he's a fucking piece of shit. He bought the color. Scientists invented it. He bought the exclusive rights to it so no one else could use it in the whole fucking world. Which is like, if you're an artist, intrinsically as a value, you're wrong.
You can't buy a color, though, can you? Apparently you can. Did you hear about the potatoes? No, dude, no.
Oh, you didn't know about the Israeli potato farmers, did you?
Wait, so what's going on? So Jews are bad right now in the media right now with Epstein. This guy sounds Jewish too.
It's funny. It's funny the way that it works. It's not,
do you generally dislike Jews, though?
No. I was going to say that the Israeli potato farmers, they got gypped by Lay's. You didn't hear about this?
No, I did not.
So Lay's patented a genetic modified version of potato.
Is this real news? This is what I'm talking about, dude. This
Lay's
is why you
genetically
are
modified
the
a strain of potato, right?
Yeah.
They then patented that strain of potato.
Mm-hmm.
Then they put the potatoes next to Canadian and Israel farmers. I'm pretty sure. I can Google this to make sure. But it is a farmer somewhere in the world. I believe that it's Canadian and Israel. Okay. Then, because of high winds, the pollen from their potatoes, right, blew over and cross-pollinated. And Lay's sued those farmers for the rights to their farm and all of their crop and ran them out of business because they were their potatoes, even though they were cross-pollinated by birds and bees organically and due to heavy winds. And even further, they owned the rights to those potatoes, but there was no way to genetically test the fact that they didn't steal them. So because they tested for the same genes and they're patented, there was no way for the farmers to prove they were organically pollinated and fertilized. So they had to destroy all of their crops or forfeit it to Lay's.
That's so fucked up, man.
And those people, mind you, make less than $100,000 a year.
So that's a moral question. Should you be able to buy the rights, patent something out of nature like that?
Yeah, should you be able to fucking grow your own green beans and then patent them? That's crazy.
Yeah. I think maybe because if you come up with something genetically modified, which I'm, in general against, and it's awesome and it's great and it creates this wonderful product that's all yours. But if nature takes it towards another field or whatever and they're not trying to profit off of it or monopolize it or whatever, then you shouldn't be able to sue those people because seeds blew over to their farm, correct?
Mm-hmm. That's right. I think that there should be a damages section for Lay's insurance that's organic pollination and you just get it covered. Sorry, but you shouldn't be able to run tiny farm owners out of business. It's crazy the world we live in.
That's so weird.
So that's why I'm really scared about Amazon having the rights to everything. Because the reason Amazon is cheap is because they're not a monopoly. There are other websites selling things cheaper and they need to keep them in check. If you keep supporting a single business, and just like leather goods, as someone that I understand animal rights through and through, but a leather good lasts longer than the quality of something cheap.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
But sourcing leather properly, you can make handcrafted, well-made goods that last 10 to 20 years longer than another product.
Absolutely. And you know what's funny? What I've found with this whole craft, getting my supplies and everything, everybody's go-to for anything, especially craft stuff, the first place you look is Amazon. I found that Amazon was way more expensive to get my brass fittings, to get especially leather, because I found out that if you go right to the site or you go to the tannery, which you have to jump through some hoops and wait a little bit more for shipping and everything, Amazon's prices, so you can be a seller on Amazon, right? Use Amazon as your platform as a seller. I could sell anything I want right now, just and set up my Amazon store. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but so those Springfield Leather is a Herman Oak dealer. Herman Oak is one of the only American USA vegetable tanning facilities or whatever. So Springfield Leather stuff on Amazon is far more expensive than it is if you were to get it from Springfield Leather, because they have to rope their shipping into the price because of Prime. They have to.
Oh.
So you feel like you're getting a deal, and it's just unbelievable. Dye, all that shit, especially buying a hide, a full hide, a half of a cow.
I imagine.
Dude, I was buying shoulders. I started off buying shoulders, which is 1/4 of a hide. And I was getting them from Amazon, and I was like, oh, this is really good. It's $45. One shoulder of a cow is 6 square feet. And as I started starting to sell stuff and using that money to buy things, buy premium stuff for belt leather and shit, I found that actually going straight to the tannery is the best way to go, and buying a full hide. So, which is
I bet also you have an account for them now, and you're building a repertoire.
Exactly.
To hear from you.
Right. The real savings
it's
is having
buying lumber or any skilled trade thing. Go to the same guys, they're going to treat you better.
Yeah,
and they're going to be
Amazon
thank you for taking out the middleman.
Right. It's not. I don't think it's less expensive for most things. Amazon, I don't. And think about what you're putting it like.